We now move to another important topic surrounding capacity management, bottleneck analysis and the theory of constraints, or TOC for short. Each work area in a process can have its own unique capacity. A good way to think of this is the job shop that we discussed earlier in this course. Each machine can be operated at different rates, etc. When trying to determine the overall capacity of a system with multiple work areas, we must consider all of the workstations in the system. We are interested in finding the bottleneck, the work area that has the lowest effective capacity in a system. The bottleneck limits us from doing more. For a comprehensive analysis of capacity, we need a few definitions. The process time of a workstation is the time to produce a unit at that particular work area. The process time of a system is the time of the longest step or workstation in the system. The bottleneck determines the process time of the system. The process cycle time, on the other hand, is the time it takes for a product to go through the entire process with no waiting. If there are multiple steps to a process, the process cycle time will be larger, often quite a bit, than the process time of the system. When we have multiple ways of completing a process, then we need a few more definitions to help us with the analysis. The system time is the process time of the bottleneck after dividing by the number of parallel operations. The system capacity is the inverse of the process time, and the process cycle time is the total time through the longest path in the system. After we've completed the capacity analysis, we have probably identified the bottleneck. Then we can utilize the theory of constraints to help us get better. It is a 5-step process for recognizing and managing limitations. First, identify the constraint. What is it that's stopping us from producing more? Number 2, develop a plan for overcoming the constraints. That plan might be simple or quite complex. Third, focus resources on accomplishing the plan developed in step 2. Fourth, reduce the effects of the constraints by offloading work or expanding capability. And then fifth, once overcome, go back to step 1 and find new constraints. Does this 5-step process remind you of anything we've seen before? It should. It's another incarnation of the process improvement with its own nuances and terminology. Again, we see that we're trying to get better. There are 4 big takeaways from bottleneck management. First, we should only release work orders to the system at the pace of the bottleneck. This is we call this, quote, the drum. If we release them faster, then work in process will build up in front of the bottleneck. Second, lost time on a bottleneck represents lost time for the whole system. The idea here is to keep a careful eye on the bottleneck step. Third, increasing the capacity of a non-bottleneck station is a mirage. Because the system can only produce at the pace of the bottleneck, it is useless to increase the capacity of other stations. Fourth, increasing the capacity of a bottleneck increases the capacity of the entire system.